It's election day in Kentucky, still. We voted last Tuesday, and we won't know who we elected until next Thursday. And while the actual election results may not be derived from the Torah, the ideal election results actually could be. Let's read. This week's portion is called Korach. It's about the great rebellion of a man named Korach in the wilderness on our way from Sinai to the Promised Land. We're in Numbers chapter 16, verse 1. Vayikach Korach ben Yitzhar ben Kahat ben Levi, v'Datan v'Aviran b'nei Eliav, v'On ben Pelet b'nei Reuven, v'Yakumu lifnei Moshe v'anashim mibnei Yisrael, 50 u'matayim nisiei Eda kiryei Moed anshe Shem. Vayikahalu al Moshe v'al Aharon, v'yomru alehem rav lachem, ki kol ha'eda kulam kedoshim, uvtocham Adonai, umadua titnasu al kahal Adonai. Vayishma Moshe vayipol al panav. Vayidaber el Korach ve'el kol adato le'mor. Boker vayoda Adonai et asher lo ve'et hakodesh. V'hakriv elav ve'et asher yivchar bo yakriv elav. Zot asu Korach lachem machtot Korach v'chol adato. Utnu vahen esh v'simu alehen ketoret lifnei Adonai machar v'haya ha'ish asher yivchar Adonai hu hakadosh rav lachem b'nei Levi. Now Korach, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, of the tribe of Levi, took along with him Datan and Aviran, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Pelet, descendants of Reuben, and rose against Moses together with 250 Israelites, chieftains of the community, chosen in the assembly, people of repute. They combined against Moses and Aaron, and they said to them, "You've gone too far, for all the community are holy, and all of them have God in their midst. Why then do you raise yourself above God's congregation?" When Moses heard this, he fell on his face. And then he spoke to Korach and all his company, saying, "Come morning, God will make known who is God's and who is holy, and who God will choose to draw near. God will draw near to the one God has chosen. Do this, you, Korach, and all your band. Take fire pans, and tomorrow put fire in them and lay incense on them before God. Then the one whom God chooses, that one shall be holy. You've gone too far, you sons of Levi." Korach wants to be the leader in place of Moses and Aaron. Korach has no plan to present. He doesn't know the way through the desert. He offers no better way to lead. Korach and his followers just want to be in charge. So in the language of the politics of our own time, Korach goes negative. He attacks the leadership of Moses and Aaron. He claims Moses is aggrandizing himself. Why does he get to lead? Who picked Moses? He took us away from Egypt, that land flowing with milk and honey. Korach and his followers spread lies and half-truths, which any one of the people of Israel should know were false. Who picked Moses? God did. And who says that Aaron and his sons should be established as the priest? God did. Moses led us away from the land flowing with milk and honey, and now wants to lord it over us? Really? You missed the good old days of Egypt? And you have the chutzpah to call Egypt, the house of bondage, a land flowing with milk and honey? For some people, but not for us. The very words which are describing the promised land that Moses is leading the children of Israel to greet. Moses isn't lording anything over the children of Israel. Moses is speaking for the Lord, as is God. So, why would 250 of the leaders of Israel, elders of their tribe, step forward to follow after Korach? One word: politics. Korach, Datan, and Aviram were all the firstborn sons of the leading tribes of Israel. And yes, we were slaves in Egypt, but when we were slaves, these were the people who were in charge, and they want to be in charge again. God sent Moses and Aaron, and now we are free, and now we're on our way to the actual land flowing with milk and honey. And all this is good, but God has redeemed the children of Israel from slavery and sent them on their way to the promised land, and Korach would rather rule over them as slaves than follow after Moses as a free person, soon to live in their own land. Korach is the classic example of the kind of leader you would never want to follow. He lies, he cheats, and he seeks to steal the rightful authority which God has given to Moses and Aaron. Korach wants the job. He wants to be in charge, but he has no clue where he's going to lead. God has not called Korach, and Korach literally does not know the way. None of this matters to Korach. He just wants to be the one in charge, and for him, that's all the argument is about. How come you get to have the big stick? I want the big stick. Give me that fire pan. I want to be in charge. Moses, on the other hand, is exactly the kind of leader we should all wish to follow, or the kind of leader we should all wish to become. Moses never clamors for the opportunity to lead the Jewish people. God called Moses at the burning bush. You remember that story, right? It was God who chose Moses, not the other way around. And it was not definitely Moses who chose to lead. And even then, Moses agreed to lead only after declining the job again and again and again, and claiming regularly that he was too flawed a person to be worthy of speaking for God or leading the children of Israel. And here, in the face of Korach's lies and cynical attacks, Moses does not fight for his own authority. He falls on his face before the people and cedes the ground. Here, he says, here are the fire pans for the incense. Take them, says Moses. And in the morning, offer incense to God while we stand at a distance and see what God will do. Moses never asked for the power which Korach claims for his own. And therein lies the lesson from the Torah. When God chooses to elect a leader, like Moses or Deborah or Gideon or David, again and again and again in the stories throughout the Bible, God chooses people who see themselves as Moses does, not as some powerful Lord, but as a servant of God and of God's people. Leadership is not about power, which it places in your hands, at least not in God's eyes. God did not pick Moses when he was a prince in Egypt. God chose Moses when he was a shepherd of a flock that was not his own. God-given leadership, righteous leadership, is not about the power to be in charge. It's about the responsibility of caring for those you lead. The ground beneath our feet may feel a bit shaky for us right now as we wait to learn among the leaders of our people that we have chosen to lead us towards a land of promise for us and for us all. But in this pause between elections, as we wait to hear that news, and we consider for ourselves our choices on who we might choose to lead, let us learn well these words of Torah. Leadership is a responsibility. It's not a right. And the righteous leader is the one who cares about all the people who they would serve.